Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Stats and Chats. I am Bella, your host.
I'm Jason, your co-host.
Yeah, that's right. You're below me. Get
Oh,
used to it.
okay, great,
I'm just kidding.
great,
We're
great.
we're both we're both co-hosts on this amazing sports journey. That sounded really weird. But anyways, oh, I forgot to say my bing bang boom. Bing bang boom.
You just did. You just did. Bing, bang, boom. Hey, you know what I was thinking about? Weird
What were
things,
you
right?
thinking about?
I was thinking about our theme song,
Mm-hmm.
and
We
I was
have a
thinking
theme
about
song.
your dance marathon. How was your dance marathon?
It was good. I cried, but it was good. Very motivational.
Because you danced for so
Inspiring.
long?
No, they don't do that. It's not like the 60s where it's like a dance for 24 hours thing.
Shortcuts. Kids today. Um,
Adults today.
I was thinking though, you should do a TikTok dance to our theme song.
You
Just
see,
make it up.
I'm a swimmer.
Oh, come
Land
on.
sports land sports are not really
You're a
my
teenager.
specialty.
You're a teenager.
I'm not that kind of teenager.
Oh, okay. All right. I
No,
just thought it would be a good idea.
nothing against those kinds of teenagers. I don't do TikTok dances. I don't
All right.
even
I'll
have
make it up.
TikTok, so that's not
I'll,
happening.
I'll make it up.
Okay,
I got it.
you make it up
I
and
got
you
it.
do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So
Um,
we had dance marathon last weekend. We sprung forward. We lost an hour. Wasn't too impactful. Wasn't too bad this time.
it was impactful for me. I have to
Hmm.
get up so early every day.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we're right there with you, though, kid. But it wasn't horrible. Wasn't horrible.
Yeah, that was pretty
Uh,
bad.
we got a tournament coming up this weekend. We got to meet.
Tournament? A
We
meet?
got to meet. You ready?
Correct terminology here. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Breaking some records.
Yes, sir. Mile
Okay.
record, here I come. 15, 16 girls.
There you go. There you go. That's good. You'll
Okay.
catch me one day. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so number of the week. Can I do the number of the week?
Dude, it's your number.
Yes. Guys, I found this number. So last week, if you listened to our episode, we actually talked about March Madness, obviously. Um, and we came up with like this question of how many teams, like, because there are 68 teams in March Madness. Well, how many teams have a chance to be that? Like, how big is this? So my number of the week is 350. And that is how many Division One college basketball teams there are. So only 68 out of these 350 plus a little ish teams get to compete in March Madness. Fun fact. Bet you didn't
Mind
know.
blown, man. Mind blown. Much bigger number than I thought.
I know. It's like a lot. Like, that's hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Very cool. Nice job.
Thanks.
Um,
I worked very hard on that, actually.
dude, you worked hard on the whole. Really, I'm just tagging along for this episode. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You did all the research this week, almost all.
Thanks.
Kudos to
Besides
you.
for NFL.
Thanks for letting me ride your coattails. So, big three topics this week: NFL trades, contracts, free agency, and more. People going everywhere, so we're going to cover that for a few minutes. The NCAA tournament preview as well, and
We didn't
and
do
then what we're watching.
MLB.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Man,
We're
there's so
we're
much other
saving
news.
we're saving that for next week, guys.
So much other news.
It's too far away to start like hyping that up. Like we still got a week, you know?
Yeah, and
I'm
frankly,
just saying.
between the NFL and college basketball, there's a lot to talk about. So, before we get into that, scores and highlights, I'll kick it off. We had the Bay Hill Arnold Palmer Classic over the weekend. Russell Henley with an 11 under par was your winner. Uh, Scores throughout the weekend: 72, 68, 67, 70. Fifth career tour title. Won $4 million.
That's a
First
lot of
PGA
money.
win.
That's
Yeah,
a lot of
four
cash
first.
money.
Yeah, right. First PGA win in 2 years. pretty dramatic. Yeah, pretty dramatic toward the end. It didn't look like it was going to be, and then I think it was the 15th.
He
Things
beat
got a
the
little crazy,
he beat the next guy by one hole,
and he was
one
down until he
stroke.
hit an eagle, I think, on the 15th. So,
Wait, what's an
uh,
eagle again?
uh,
They all have these
two
weird
under
names.
par. No,
Oh.
3 under par.
They all have these weird names. Like eagle?
No, 2 under par. 2 under par. Yeah.
Okay. Moving
All
on.
right.
Nikola Djokovic, his triple double, the NBA's first ever 30-20-20. Listen, I am hype about this. I don't even know who this person is really because I don't really watch basketball. But this is low-key kind of cool. Like, okay, so 30-20-20 means he scored over 30 points, over 20 assists, and over 20 rebounds. This has never happened in the NBA before. And this kind of just shows how like well-rounded of a player he is cuz he's scoring so high in all three of those different categories. So he scored 31 points, 22 assists and 21 rebounds. This is his 29th triple-double of the season and 159th in his career. Um the Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets, right? That's the team.
Yep.
Let's go. They lost a 21-point lead and then came back to win in overtime, 149-141 over the Phoenix Suns.
It's
I feel like that.
dominating.
I feel like that's a good name for Phoenix, the Suns, because it's hot there. Um,
Yeah.
but just in case you don't know, a triple double is when they score in those three categories double digit numbers. So normally it's like 17, 12, 10, or something like that. Because all of those are double digits, that's a triple double. But he was the first to do it over 30 points, over 20 assists, and over 20 rebounds. Just explaining for the people that don't know, because if I didn't do this research, I wouldn't know what that means either.
Well
So
done.
gotta help my people out, you know?
Well done. Perfect. Well
Thank
done.
you.
And yeah, very, very impressive. Djokovic is in the hunt for MVP this year, and obviously uh, that game helped him out a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Turning to NASCAR, Christopher Bell won his third straight race at the Shriners 500 in Phoenix. There's Phoenix again. First win since 2021. He led 134 of the 312 laps. And with the win, third in a row, man, that's pretty impressive.
That's
Moved
good.
up to number one in the NASCAR ranking so far to start the year. So good job, Christopher Bell. LeBron James out 1 to 2 weeks with ankle injury after the Lakers suffered a 111-101 loss to the Celtics on Sunday. Lakers currently first in the Pacific Division. However, they've won their last or lost their last two now. So hopefully he gets back soon. A little bit of controversy coming out of LA this weekend, and the coach pretty fired up with the team and their efforts. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so moving on, we have UNC versus Duke outcome. This is NCAA basketball. Duke won 82-69. Duke had a lead in the beginning, however, lost it. But at the end of the game, they made their move. Key stat that I found really interesting about this game: UNC missed 22 of their last 27 shots. So while they were missing all of these point opportunities, Duke made their move with 12 straight points in a 15-2 burst. So this leads to Duke becoming a Final Four favorite. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting because Duke lost their lead.
Yeah,
Sorry, that word did not come to my head for some reason. They lost their lead, but then they just were able to pick it back up in the end, and UNC, you kind of just saw them like going kind of downhill a little
yeah.
bit. So
Game of
yeah,
momentum.
yep.
Game of momentum. Yeah, definitely will help Duke as they prepare for the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then finally, news out of the golf world again today. Tiger Woods had a surgery today on a ruptured Achilles tendon. He's expected to make full recovery. However, it's interesting. I mean, he last competed. It's been since last July that he played in a PGA event, PGA tournament
That that
in
is a long
Scotland.
time.
He's had a back surgery since then, and now this.
Wait,
So
I have a question. Isn't your Achilles in your leg?
down by your ankle.
Yeah. How do you even tear that playing golf?
Uh, well, we don't know that he tore it playing golf, but
Oh,
there's a lot of
that's fair.
flexing, and
That's fair, I guess.
there's a lot of flexing, a lot of stretching, a lot of pushing, a lot of tension.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so moving on to our first top story of the week. We have NFL trades, contracts, and upcoming free agency updates. Whoop, 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 whoop. NFL, NFL. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
I love NFL. I get very excited, you know? Gotta make my own little intro for them.
Dude, for a league that's in its off season, it's amazing how they continue to drive the news and drive the headlines. So, man, there's so much we could talk about. I'm going to key on just a few major QB moves in the off season so far. So we talked about Sam Darnold last week as one of the prized free agents. He landed in Seattle over the last couple of days, signed a 3-year, $100 million contract. It's not too shabby.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
yeah, not too bad. Coming off a 14-3 year with the Vikings. So obviously, last year the Vikings
I'm
drafted the
I'm surprised the Vikings gave him up.
the Vikings drafted a QB last year
Yeah, yeah, I
in the
know.
first round.
We talked about
But
this last week, I think, right?
yeah. But Darnold really won the spot and never gave it back. So kudos to him. He was under contract and won the job and did a great job. 14-3, got the Vikings to the playoffs and scored a nice payday for Seattle. So
And
last year,
he'll have some stability like with that 3 year contract. He won't be like, you know,
yep,
like with a 1 year deal or something like that. So he'll definitely have
yep,
some stability and be able to help that team grow because he knows that he's going to be there for more than just one season.
agreed. Agreed. Yeah. So, finished last year 14th with QBR of 60.4. However, he was fifth in both TDs and passing yards in the league. So, some impressive stats. Obviously, he had a great team around him, some
Yeah, for
fantastic wide
sure.
receivers. And so, he definitely goes to a different situation in Seattle. Obviously, they lost their QB, Geno Smith, to Vegas. They lost two of their top receivers as well. So a little bit of rebuilding going on in Seattle. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well,
We'll see how it goes.
having him for 3 years, you can kind of do that because you're gonna have,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Next, hot off the press is Justin Fields. So, Pittsburgh had kind of the dual quarterback situation last year with Russell
yeah,
Wilson and Justin Fields. Fields started the year until Wilson was healthy, and then Wilson came in and kind of took the job for most of the year. Signed a 2-year, $40 million contract with the Jets. The Jets obviously passing on another year with Aaron Rodgers. Can't say I blame them. Justin
yeah,
Fields,
he's
obviously,
a
we
little
know him well
old.
from his days in Chicago. Um, you know, Played 10 games last year in total with Pittsburgh. Again, this gives him an opportunity to go in and prove that he is a starting quarterback in the NFL with the Jets.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't have too much confidence in the Jets front office and organization. But hopefully Fields makes the most of it. And then finally today, Daniel Jones, previously from the New York Giants, signs a 1-year deal worth $14 million with the Indianapolis Colts. So, you know, Daniel Jones was supposed to be the savior after Eli Manning left New York. Never really happened 2 years ago. He got injured 6 games in and missed the rest of the season. They wanted to give him another chance last year. Played 10 games before he was pulled. So, one more shot to compete with 2-year quarterback Anthony Richardson for the starting spot in Indy. So we'll see how that goes.
Um, why was he pulled? Do you know?
Performance. Poor
Actually?
performance.
Oh,
Yes.
that's kind of embarrassing. So was their backup quarterback just better than he was?
No, not really.
So why
That's
did they
why.
so why did they pull him just to show him that like he needs more effort?
Because what they were doing wasn't working.
Hmm.
Got to try something new.
Okay. That's
And then
that's
and then
something.
before we leave the NFL, I just have to talk about the Bears. Because the
Just
Bears, right?
have to talk
Dude,
about the
dude. So
Bears.
listen. They signed their third offensive lineman yesterday, the best center available, Drew Dahlman. I think he's 25 years old. He was ranked fourth,
That's good.
fourth best center in the league last year with Atlanta. So they have added three strong offensive linemen, including a center. They've added two defensive linemen as well. The biggest weakness last year, Caleb Williams was sacked more than any other quarterback last year, and so
Yeah.
they have shored up that offensive line. They have strengthened their defensive line. They still have four picks in the top 20, in the top 75 picks of the draft, including number 10 first rounder. Dude, bullish on the Bears. Bullish on the Bears. Love to see a new coach come in and make it his team. They
Yeah.
addressed the needs right away. And they
Yes.
did it without having to trade draft picks. Dude, I think
Yeah.
I might need to buy that Caleb Williams jersey before the season starts. I'm feeling
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm
Well,
feeling it.
there you can tell like he's coming in and he's like, let's get it done, guys. Let's get it
GSD,
done.
baby.
Like,
GSD.
yes. Okay, we can't say what that means on this podcast
Get stuff
because we need
done.
to
Get
we need
stuff
to
done.
yeah, except replace stuff with
Get
another
stuff
word.
done.
Okay, on to our second top story of the week. Just a little NCAA basketball tournament preview. So, this is my portion, y'all. I did my research. I am ready to go. Basketball is my new thing.
Hmm.
Um, so the SIUE Cougars, which is Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. Even know the name.
It's
Even know the
impressive.
name. They were the
Impressive.
first team to have a guaranteed spot for March Madness. Fun fact, this is actually their first ever March Madness appearance. So kind of cool. First team to get it, and it's their first appearance ever. Kind of cool. The other six teams that have a guaranteed spot right now are Bisons, High Point Panthers, Drake Bulldogs, Warford Terriers. I think that's how you pronounce that. Warford?
Sure.
Wofford? Why do I put an R in there? Wofford. Wofford. Sounds like waffle.
Wofford.
Okay. Anyways, Troy Trojans and Omaha Mavericks. Like
Omaha.
from Top Gun. Omaha.
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 Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha. It's like sounds like it would be in the middle of nowhere.
It's what
Um,
Peyton Manning always used to say before they snapped him the ball when he was quarterback. He always used to call out Omaha.
is that where
Look it
he's
up.
from?
Look it up. No,
Then why would he say that? That's like the most random thing to say.
Omaha.
Okay. Well, you do you, buddy boo. Um, so the Northeast West Coast Horizon League CAA are all on tonight, the 11th. With three more, not division, conference, sorry, I forgot the word. With three more conference championships tomorrow, on the 12th. The rest of the conference championships will be 15th to 16th, all on those days. Lots of different ones going on. So you want to hit us up with teams in the bubble?
Absolutely. I think before I do though, how cool is it? This is the beauty. I can't wait. can't even remember the last time I filled out a bracket. So I think you and I, once we fill them out, we need to fill them out on Sunday after you wrap up, um, your whole swim thing, and then I think we need to put them on on social, post them on social.
Okay, I have a question. So when you make a bracket, right?
Yeah,
Do you, because they have like the reveal of like who's making it.
right.
So do you fill out all the other spots in the bracket
Exactly what you do.
after they tell you who's originally in there?
Exactly what you do.
Okay, that's what I
And then,
assumed, but I wasn't sure if we were gonna have to like guess who was gonna go in because I can't do that. But like
oh
I
no, no,
feel like I
no.
could like maybe do a bracket, like
Yeah, you wait
kind
until
of.
selection Sunday, 6 p.m. And then you have all the teams that are in it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you fill out the winners all the way to the champion. And then the further you go with the team, the more points you get in each round. Whoever has the
I
most points wins.
I low key think I could do that.
Well, you
I think I
can.
would be good at that.
Oh, I mean,
If I did if I did my research, like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Teams in the bubble? Ready to go?
Teams on the bubble. I was just going to say, I think one of the things that's so cool about this 68 teams, right? I mean, some of these teams, High Point Panthers, Drake Bulldogs, Troy Trojans, like, you know, players at these universities, they get to be on national TV
Yeah.
because they made it to the tournament. So it's one of the things that's really, really cool about March Madness. Like I said,
Yeah.
haven't filled out a bracket in years and focused on it too much. So I'm excited we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm sure we probably should prep mom that we're going to be watching a lot of basketball during spring break. You want to do that?
Hmm, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, maybe we
I
can do
think
it
this
like
is more of a you
subtly.
thing.
No, I think we should just kind of mention it. Not direct, more indirect. Like,
So be
hey,
like,
you know, yeah, we
hey,
should go out to dinner tonight.
hey,
I think that they're showing the games at this restaurant. So
yeah. There's like this really cool like sports bar place kind
I
of
think I
nearby.
think I
You
think
want to
that's a
go?
better approach. I think
Okay,
that's a
fine.
better approach. Okay.
Okay,
All right, teams on the
keep
bubble.
going.
So there's a bunch, right? I'm just going to go through a handful for the ACC. Wake Forest, North Carolina, Big Ten, Ohio State, Indiana, Nebraska, Cincinnati, Xavier, Arkansas, Texas, Liberty, Dayton, North Texas, Boise State, and more. Um, so, these are the teams that are used to national audiences, and
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. I mean, the chances of them getting in range from anywhere from 25% to 69%. So that's what makes this week and this weekend so exciting, because it
Yeah,
really will
definitely.
come down to how far and how well these teams do leading up to and through their conference championships. Really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So some tournament locks that we have from ACC Duke, Big Ten Michigan State, Big 12 Houston, Big East. You go from numbers to a compass. That's kind of weird. Okay, anyways, Big East, St. John's, SEC, Auburn, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, and of course, obviously there are many others. These are just kind of the main ones, and some that are probably going to be very close to the end, do very well. That's just kind of what we can expect from them. So those are the ones that we're going to say. But of course, there are some other ones. We're not trying to be biased or anything. Um, what we're watching this weekend. I'm going to mess up this person's name. So can you say
Nope,
it?
you got it.
I'm going to mess it up. Can you say it, please?
Alex Ovechkin.
Ovechkin. I was about to say Ovechkin.
That
See,
was close.
I put letters that aren't supposed to be in words.
That was close.
Ovechkin. Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin. Oh my god. Okay. Um, he is on the verge of a record. He plays for the NHL. He is 8 goals away from the all-time scoring record of 894. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. And then another person on the verge of a very big record is Steph Curry. He should become the first player in NFL history to reach 4,000 three-pointers made on Thursday. So he's at 3,998 threes. And yeah, that's
He's had at least
pretty
one
good.
three-pointer in 96% of his games,
That's crazy.
which equates to in 967 games that he has played. It's a lot of games.
Yeah.
It's a lot of games. Next
So,
closest is James
so we
Harden,
can we can expect him to be beating this.
Thursday. Next game.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
most definitely. Um, I do want to mention Ovechkin's going to pass the record currently held for a long time.
Yes.
None other than Wayne Gretzky, the great one,
That's
the great one.
crazy.
Absolutely. Obviously, we're watching championship week, so most of the major conferences, including ACC, Big East, conference finals on Saturday, Big Ten and SEC are on Sunday morning and afternoon before Sunday selection Sunday, at 6 p.m. Sunday night. So, yeah, a lot of fun basketball and a couple of records being
Yes.
broken over the next few days. Prediction? I'm gonna make a prediction this week.
Okay, you do you, buddy boo.
I mean, it's
I've
not.
said that.
I'm not.
I,
I'm not going out in left field or anything like that. My
I've
prediction.
said this twice this episode. This is not okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I need to stop. You can
Well,
go.
I know. Yeah, really. Be considerate. Be kind. Um.
Oh, wow.
So my prediction, pretty simple, straightforward. Duke will win the ACC conference and secure the number one seed going into the tournament. That's my prediction. Write it down. We can celebrate my success next week. Um, and
Okay.
then finally, poll question of the week. Our first poll question.
Yes, we said we were starting this last week, so
Our
you
first
get
poll
a poll
question.
question this week.
And the poll question is, which four teams will be the top four seeds in the men's NCAA tournament bracket? Which four teams? So you got to fill it out before the weekend. Don't cheat. Which
Yeah,
four
yeah, you can't
teams
you can't fill it out at like
will be the
Saturday.
top four
I mean
seeds
Sunday. Can't fill it out
in
at
the
Sunday.
men's NCAA tournament? So we will call out the winner next week.
Yes. So make sure to answer the poll question.
There you go.
You will be shouted out in our episode if you get it right, so try
There
your
you go.
hardest here. Um, Thank you all for listening. This was a much shorter episode compared to last week. We were much straightforward to the point, less
We were.
yappy yappy.
We were. Should we talk about anything else? Anything else?
No, we're kind of chill, but like, hasn't even reached 30 minutes yet. This is
You
crazy.
finished your TV show, right?
Yeah, but they're making another season, so like,
They are making another season. How was the
yeah,
ending?
it was not that good. I'm not gonna spoil for anybody. I mean, it was a good ending, but
You
I
didn't
was
like the ending?
not. I
Oh,
mean, it was a good ending, but like, obviously, there needs to be another season because this is not the way it ends, you know? I'm not gonna spoil, but like, you know. But now I'm rewatching Ted Lasso, which is really funny. So,
never
highly recommend if you
disappoints.
haven't watched
Never
it already.
disappoints. So I have one more episode to go of Severance before season 2 is done. So the season finale is this Friday.
I thought you
Um,
were I thought you were
and I'm
finishing it with
rewatching it
mommy.
already. I'm rewatching it already. We watched the first episode
Because
with your
he
mom.
watched it without my mother.
Yeah,
She got upset.
a little
No, she
trouble for
didn't.
that.
She
But
didn't.
hey,
Not really.
um, it's that good though. It's that good. Happy to rewatch it. It's definitely one of those shows that you see all kinds of new stuff when you watch it again. It's really, really good. Really like it. innies and outies and all kinds of stuff. So
Innies and
highly recommend
outies,
innies
like
and
belly
outies.
buttons.
No, no, but same terminology.
Okay.
You got to watch. If you know, you know.
Um, okay, I'm just gonna ignore you. Thank you all for listening to us yap for 30, I'm gonna guess after we put the music in, about 32 minutes. Um,
Last stat of the day.
yes, last shot of the day. Please follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave a review, leave a comment. We love to hear from you guys. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Please
Go Duke. Go
listen
Duke.
to us
Go
every
Bears.
week. Yes, go Duke, go Bears.
Fill out the poll
They're
question.
not
Thanks for
playing
listening,
yet.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.